Welcome, collective. Thank you very much for joining me today. I want to thank you guys too for all of your likes, all of your subs, all of your views. I really appreciate it, guys. We're going to do another collective read again today. So we will draw on the energy of the collective and we'll see what message you guys need to hear the most. Now, I was drawn to the shadow deck today. So this is my shadow oracle deck and we'll see what comes forward and what you guys need to hear. Ooh, that guy really wanted to come forward too. Jaded shadow. Envious. Oh my goodness. Guys, you already got somebody around you dealing with somebody who's probably got a nasty attitude. It is somebody who's envious of you. Defensive shadow. You need to be, oh look at that, defensive and guarded. You need to be defensive and guarded around whoever this person is. This person's behavior, we have the wild shadow. It talks about unhealthy sexual behaviors, but I don't really see that it's going to be like that for everybody. Just whoever this person is, their behavior, it's like you don't understand why they're doing stupid stuff. You don't understand why they're maybe acting a little bit outrageous, or they seem like what they're doing is unreasonable, and you're like, what is this person's problem? Why would they even do that? What is the thinking behind that? There's a lot of emotion in whoever this person is. Lots of anger, lots of jealousy. They are directing it towards you. Like I said, that's why you're getting this defensive and guarded shadow. Like, you need to be defensive and guarded around whoever this person is. I feel like they're looking for a fight. Rusher. Unhealthy. And stubborn. Yeah, they are stubborn too. This person, whoever they are, they don't like to admit that they're wrong either. Whoever it is that you're dealing with here, who we're talking about with these darker shadow issues. I think they stay in unhealthy relationships too. I keep getting like that unhealthy shadow. It talks about like health issues. But I do feel like this person neglects themselves in certain ways. And I keep getting pulled to like other energies. So it has to do with other relationships that they're in. So, oh yeah, no, that makes sense. It's funny, it says save your shadow, trying to save or fix other people. That is how this person wants to view themselves. Hey, they're like making themselves Jesus on the cross. Like, oh, they're dying for everybody's sins. This person wants to be like a saint. That's part of their unhealthy relationships that they get into. It's also partly why they get so bitter, so jaded, and envious too, and why I keep getting a lot of anger with that wild shadow, and it has to do with their behavior towards you. That seems so unreasonable. Because they eat so much crap and they put themselves in this little victim role, thinking that they're like Jesus on the cross, they're the savior for others and they're doing the right thing, but really they're not speaking up for themselves. And they're not saying what they really need to say. They're not venting their own emotions, they're not venting their own thoughts, so they just suck it up. But they're choosing to pretend like they're some kind of victim, instead of taking control of their life. That's where the bitterness and that jadedness comes from. Destructive. Yeah, they are friggin' destructive. They're a destructive force in their own life, let alone anybody else's. Passive. Exactly. Passive. And they just make themselves a big victim. Oh, and then everybody's mean to them and life happens to them instead of them taking control of their situation and making it something that they want it to be. Reckless. No. Yeah, they're not thinking about the consequences of their behavior. And this may have to do with their relationships to other people. And this might be talking about you guys. Like, maybe the collective don't talk to this person anymore. You're cutting this person out because they're such a destructive force. And they're not thinking about how their behavior is pushing away people who would otherwise care about them and be positive connections in their life. So they're becoming their own destructive force with their own sort of passive aggressive, just wanting to be a saint here. It's pretty messed up. Detached shadow. Yeah, they might seem cool or emotionless at times too, or like they're shutting their emotions down. It's because they're putting themselves in a situation where they're getting totally overwhelmed by other things that are happening in their life because they don't stand up for themselves. It's because they don't speak their piece. It's because they're running this little show. They're running this little game behind the scenes. Isn't this person sanctimonious? Like, could a better card not show up, right? Sanctimonious shadow. That's what I was saying, like Jesus on the cross. And they think that they're the victim. They're making themselves a victim in everything. And even when they do shit wrong, this person still finds some way of spinning it around and making themselves a victim. Like it happened to them. Instead of they completely participated in the way things went. And they are responsible, at least in part, at least halfway, for the outcome that comes from all of it, if not completely responsible, because they're driving it in that direction. It's like they're giving the collective no choice but to step away from them because they're such a destructive force. Scapegoat, yeah, trying to make you the scapegoat, trying to point it at you, trying to point it at the collective, trying to point it at everybody else around them. It's everyone else who's got the problem. Everyone's being mean to them. They don't take no responsibility for anything. Just looking for excuses, volatile. Yeah, that's what I was feeling with the wild shadow. It has to do with anger. And like this person strikes out in anger. Or they say things or they do things that seem irrational. It's just like their emotions blow up because they don't deal with their emotions in any other way, right? They stuff it all down. Oh, I'm being so such a saint. I'm the savior. I'm just gonna eat the crap. I'm just gonna eat it. I'll just eat it. I'll take it all on my shoulders. Like, no. Grow a pair of nuts and stand up for yourself like the rest of the world. You know, you're choosing to get stepped on. You're choosing to make yourself a doormat, whoever this person is. And then they're getting all pissy and jaded about it. Workaholic. Oh, that's interesting. Workaholic shadow. So you can't detach from work. Neglecting self and others. So maybe this person, this might be someone who you deal with at work. Or this might be someone who sort of throws themselves into work or seems to throw themselves into work as like kind of an excuse to shut down emotionally and not think about the actual underlying issues that are going on in this person's life that are actually causing them to behave this way and to run their life and relationships into a bad place. Depressed. I think they are depressed. I think this person's very depressed. This person's got some serious emotional stuff going on. Then see, that's why the shadow deck came out. Maybe you guys are like, what is going on with this person? This weird, unreasonable behavior, the flare-ups of the anger, this need to just be the victim. Like, what the heck? It doesn't seem reasonable. It doesn't seem reasonable to you. And then maybe this is why Tarot brought it forward today. It's like trying to give you a little bit of insight. Obsessive shadow. I think they do obsess over things. I get real obsessive thinking. It does feel tied to the collective and like wondering what you're thinking. Wondering what you're thinking. Wondering what's going on in your life behind closed doors. Like they're very much focused on you. And maybe even other people themselves. And this may tie into the workaholic shadow too, guys. And it's an excuse. It's an excuse to focus thoughts anywhere other than where they should be. Which this person needs to start focusing inward and dealing with whatever they got going on. I got told those two guys at the back wanted to come out too. Inhibited, suppressing. Yeah, because they just don't say nothing. They don't talk about anything real. They don't admit to any real feelings. Don't share nothing. That's part of that being detached or seeming cold or seeming like they don't care. They are a draining shadow too. They drain other people. They drain the people that they're around. I think they were draining the collective. And that's why we have defensive and we have guarded. It's because this person was just totally draining the collective's energy. Drama. Yeah, create a lot of drama. Big drama queen, right? Because they're such a big victim. Defeatist. Exactly. See, that ties into everything. The world happens to me. I have no control. People are making all these choices around me. Well, this person doesn't speak up for themselves. They like sitting in the victim role. They do. Perfectionist. And impatient. Yeah, perfectionist. They like to look a certain way. That's why I keep getting with this perfectionist shadow. They're trying to create some kind of image too. I got pulled back down to look at the workaholic shadow. That's my guide's way of saying it ties into perhaps something they're doing for a career, or how they're making their money, or how they want folks to see them in that sort of career or professional way. They really put on an act. They really put on a show. Oh, I'm doing so great. I'm making so much money. I'm so successful. So successful. Impatient and excessive. See, they're impatient with everybody around them. They just like expect everyone to jump when they say jump. Well, I keep feeling like it's so one-sided. They don't give nothing back. They just take, and they expect all these things from other people. Excessive. It is. It's too much. I keep getting with that excessive pulled back to like the draining. Like it's too much for other people. Too open. They share things. Oh, that's what it is. They share certain details of their lives, and this may have to do with romantic relationships or relationships with someone else. But they share it with people in a way that will gain them pity. So they spin whatever around, and again, this brings us back to the defeatist. It brings us back to the drama. It brings us back to that savior, to that passive. It's all like, feel sorry for me, because they feed off of it. Needy, insecure, hugely insecure. Now, I didn't even have to pull that card. We figured that out right away. Hey, this person is super insecure. They got all sorts of issues going on. They need accolades. They need recognition from other people around them. They need validation from other people around them. That's why they put on this perfectionist shadow that ties into the workaholic shadow. It's why they put on a show there, because they need other people to think that they look great. And it's also why they choose selective people to go and complain to, so that people feel sorry for them, because they need that pity. They want that pity. And then they pretend to be so worried about how things are going around them and their relationships with other people. And oh my God, this person's mad at me. Why are they mad at me? They know. It's because they're out of line with their behavior. It's because they're draining on other folks, because they're too demanding. It's, quite frankly, I think it's because they're rude as well. I keep getting that rude behavior. Spirit, can you please give us more clarification? Whoa. On this read. This guy, these guys, that guy, and this whole big bunch wanted to come with too. But these are the ones I want first. 5 of Wands. Petty arguing. Drama. So much drama. This person, if there is not a fight, this person will create a fight. This person will look to create a fight in some way, shape, or form. 2 of Wands. I can feel the collective's energy in this 2 of Wands. This is like, I feel like a stepping back and sort of watching. This is part of this guarded and defensive behavior. It's like, so sick of the drama. I'm going to choose not to participate in this drama. And it's almost like just standing back and sort of watching it. King of Wands. Oh, wow, we got a pair here. King of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. I'm sorry, like, that perfectionist, like, look at that. This is that same person as that perfectionist, workaholic shadow. Oh, I'm presenting this image that I'm wealthy, or I'm making money, or I'm successful. Look at this image that I'm creating. Don't look behind it. Just look at what I'm showing you, right? It's just that false front. And then you got the King of Wands here. They're quite the pair, the two of them, whoever these two people are. So you're dealing with double energies, and this has got to be their unhealthy relationship, because I do feel this person has an unhealthy relationship, at least one, if not more. And we do have the Lovers card. That is their connection. So they may be a romantic connection. They may be family. Whoever this person is that they're constantly complaining to. That King of Wands energy. The Fool card. This person is absolutely foolish. And I keep getting this. I'm not looking at anything around me. I'm not looking. No, if I don't see it, it doesn't exist. This is part of like putting those blinders on and not actually dealing with the problem, right? We're going to look at everything else. We're going to think about what other people are doing. We're going to look for scapegoats every way, shape, or form. We're going to look in every direction except for within, and to see how this person contributed to their own situation that they're in. Three of Cups. I think they're losing some friendships. I do feel like they're losing relationships. It's either friendships, family relationships. The collective is part of that, right? This is an energy you're moving away from. It's an energy you want no part of because it's so destructive. They also, okay, that makes sense. So this is part of the two open. And the needy and the warrior shadow. They find specific people to complain to behind your back to make you look bad, to get pity, and to make themselves look like Jesus on the cross. That's that savior. So they're trying to like manipulate people around you too, to make you look bad and to make them look like the victim. Eight of Cups. Man, I don't blame you if you're stepping away from this person, or you're trying to cut ties, or you're putting boundaries up. Like, this is some seriously destructive behavior. I do feel like for some of you, this may have affected other relationships too. Depending on who they're going and complaining to, you then wind up having a problem with that person too. Whether that's a family member or a romantic partner, depending on all these ties. Or if this is just another relationship with somebody in your social circle. The Magician. This person likes to pretend like they're the magician. They got it all made. They know what they're doing. They're just not a very nice person. And they're a hot mess. This person is a dumpster fire. They are a hot mess. Six of Cups. You do have a history with this person. The Six of Cups can speak to cycles continuing or something from the past coming back. For some of you, this might be a family situation. Whoever this Queen of Pentacles is one who's got all this baggage. This may actually be a family member. And with all this acting out that they're doing, they're causing problems between you and other family members as well. It's just sort of spinning out of control. I feel like at one point you got along with this person. I keep feeling that in the Six of Cups. At one point you guys had a decent relationship in some way, shape, or form. In the past. Because I keep getting past, and I do get like there was a sense of happiness there at one point. The Tower card. It's like a big change happened. And they can't get over it. So I don't know if this is something that the two of you went through in the past together and they somehow have blamed you for. Or if this is you putting up your boundaries and saying, I'm not dealing with this anymore. And come back to me when you're ready to behave like an adult. But they just can't seem to get over it. I get that Four of Cups, like they're not getting over it. They're almost like determined. For those of you who, I keep getting pulled back to like a family situation. For those of you who are going through this with family, this person's almost like determined to get you kicked out of the family. Or get you disowned by the family. Like, we're, again, three. We got three here. Working behind your back with somebody to try and oust you. It feels the same energy as the Three of Cups. Behind your back, working behind your back, trying to get you kicked out of the group, trying to get you ostracized. Seven of Wands, stand your ground. Again, that is that defensive and that guarded energy. You are having to stand your ground on this. You're having to stand up for your ideals, and you're having to defend yourself, and you're having to say, no more. I'm not putting up with this anymore. Wheel of Fortune. Two of Cups. Now, what I am getting from the cards is that for you, putting your foot down and standing up for yourself and putting these boundaries in place is absolutely the best thing that you could possibly have done. Absolutely. This is going to bring you happiness. This is also going to make space for healthy relationships in your life, because it cuts out unhealthy ones. It's you putting those boundaries. I will not have this unhealthy garbage in my life. So it can't come forward and start again because you won't allow it to. So if this person does come forward, the only way that you'll accept them into your life is if they come forward in a healthy way. So it's kind of like it guarantees that happy relationship, but then it's up to this person whether they're willing to sort of do the work and step up to that and offer that to you or not. And you know what? You are like the star card. You are like the star. You're that clarity. You're that shining star, that beacon of sanity. You know what? Like, you're an example to follow. If this person wants to have healthy, happy relationships, if they want to figure out what a balanced relationship is, being able to listen to you and to see where you're coming from and work with you on your level is what's going to help this person. Because this person's like out to lunch. I get they are like totally out to lunch. Spirit, can you please bring me some more clarification? Oh, I got told the last one too had to come out. Ten of Swords. Yeah, you're not having the backstabbing. You're not having the behind the back games anymore. That is done. Whatever happened, you setting your boundaries, you drawing your line in the sand. You're saying, I'm not going to get hurt like that again. I'm not going to get manipulated by this person. I'm not going to get my energy sucked out by this person. I'm not going to get pulled into their drama. That is the best thing you could possibly do, especially with having the Wheel of Fortune card come forward. It's that change. It's that change for the better. For you. The Three of Wands. And the King of Cups. Yeah, you're taking control of your emotions too. This is big with this King of Cups. This is being able to get those emotions under control. So you're not so reactive. Being able to sort of think certain things through. You're not fighting with them anymore. You're not going to let yourself get hurt because you're not going to sit around in a victim role. You're too mature for that. And you see that that is absolute garbage. You're going to stand up for yourself. You're creating a new beginning for you. And for any other relationships that you have, right? By taking this approach in your life with other folks, you are creating space for positive connections. Six of Wands. You know, you're not eating people's garbage anymore. You see you have value. You see you have worth. You see that you don't have to put up with that. Yeah, you're finding your strength and coming into your own. Seven of Pentacles. And Judgment, they will reap their harvest, guys. They will reap their karma. This person, and they probably already are. And just the fact that they're so darn miserable on the inside. King of Pentacles. Ten of Wands. Ooh. Wow. I see somebody packing. That's what I keep getting told. Sent packing. Sent packing. So I don't know if this is this King of Wands who they're dealing with in their relationship. If it's this masculine energy coming forward, who they've been dealing with in unhealthy ways. It's like they get dumped. It's like they get dumped. Their baggage is just too much for other folks to carry. God, I see heartache here. I see they wind up in a bad way. Oh, that's quite sad. But they push other people around. Like, you're not the only one they do this to. You're really not. They do this to other folks as well. And they build these unhealthy dynamics with other people. So they're building them with people around them. And it is going to wind up in heartache for them. It will wind up in burdens. It's going to wind up in some sort of a separation. That is that Three of Swords. It's not just heartbreak. It can be separation as well. They get separated from something. Because the Five of Cups is feeling sorry for themselves. It's that sadness. It's the focusing on the sadness. And the King of Swords. This might be some legal trouble. This might be a divorce. With whoever that energy is in their life, who gets sick of their garbage, who gets sick of the baggage, and who winds up leaving. Or maybe they send that one packing. Because maybe they let themselves be a victim for so long that they just get so pissed off they can't handle it no more. And there's no fixing anything. Either way, they wind up extremely unhappy. And like I said, somebody gets sent packing, and there's some burdens here. And there's a lot of sadness too. Oh, they wind up having to leave. No, they wind up having to leave. That's what I get told. They get kicked out or they wind up leaving. They may even have children too. And they have to go looking for help. Somebody who's going to help them. I don't know if they're going to come the collective's way. Maybe they come to you looking for pity, looking for a place to stay. Four of Swords, looking for somewhere to heal their heart. Ace of Swords. Temperance. Temperance is all about balance. I don't know if somebody's going to have to restrain themselves from saying like an I told you so. I still get that this person doesn't get it though. Even after all the karma comes out, I don't feel that aha moment. Sometimes I feel it in the cards where I'm like, okay guys, this person's going to get it. This is going to be the thing that'll shake them awake. I still don't get that. I still don't get that. Spirit, can you please give me a few more? Five of Swords. Eight of Pentacles. And it's like they're just not ready to learn their lesson. They're not ready to learn their lesson, whoever this person is. I see a refusal with that Five of Swords next to the Eight of Pentacles. That refusal to acknowledge the truth. Like, I don't know if they come to the collective and you try and level with them and be like, you know what, you got to deal with some of this baggage. You got to, because you can see all of this, especially with tarot bringing it forward. I don't know if you try and be helpful that way or somebody else does. Somebody else tries to speak a truth to them. Because, like I said, I feel like somebody tries not to say, I told you so. But then I also feel another energy outside of that who's a lot softer. This might have been somebody who they've been going to for sympathy. And they've been complaining to for a long time. But I do feel like whoever that person is tries to offer a little bit of truth in like a very, very soft way. And this person, they don't want to hear it. That even after all the karma they go through, even after relationships ending, getting kicked out, having to try and find a place to stay, trying to find housing, it's like they still don't want to get it. They still don't want to face their shadows, whoever this person is. Can you bring me some more, please, Spirit, for the collective? Six of Pentacles. They just expect the world to look after them. They just expect that other people are going to pick up the tab. That's part of their unwillingness to learn lessons. There'll be someone to go complain to. Somebody who will take pity on them. Somebody who will help them out. So they don't have to face their shadows. So guys, like, if this is someone you're dealing with, this might not change anytime soon, is what the cards are saying. Even with this person reaping some kind of karma, even with, life and the universe trying to teach them a lesson, you can't learn it unless you're ready or you're willing and open to learn it, right? And I just don't see it in the cards. And I'm always honest with you guys about what I see when it comes to, your energy and other folks' energy. And that's what I'm seeing here. Seeing a pretty big unwillingness to change. I see somebody who comes looking for money. Somebody who might come looking for a job or an opportunity. But it's like, it's selfish. They haven't changed. They're not willing to see things in a different light. They see, like, they think of you as this Nine of Cups, like you got it made in the shade and somehow it got handed to you. And you didn't have to earn it. They don't understand the struggle behind it because they're too busy being lost in all their own garbage and being jaded and being jealous and being pissy, that they don't understand that what you have, you had to earn. You had to fight for and you had to earn. So they just think that you just got it all and you got lots to give. I'm sorry, guys. They are a destructive force. Even after everything they go through with karma, this person is still destructive. I get told they will try and take what you have for themselves. Still no giving back. They may have already done this in the past. They'll do it again. You know what I get in those cards? I get told keep looking. Send them packing. Keep looking. Don't allow the garbage back into your life. This person's still in game playing energy. They're still in very immature energy. And they're very unwilling to deal with whatever it was that created hard feelings between the two of you guys to begin with. And all their behavior that's contributed to that, they're still not willing to do that. They may pay you a bit of lip service, but they haven't changed and they don't see the light and they don't get it. Keep looking. I get told to tell you, to tell them, keep looking, keep looking, keep looking elsewhere. You're not putting up with their garbage anymore. You've had more than enough of it. You don't like the little games behind the back. You're not giving them money. You're not giving them nothing. Maybe a piece of advice, like grow the hell up. You know, pull your head out of your butt and get it together. I tell you, this is what this person needs more than anything is some advice. But I don't see a willingness to hear it. I don't see a willingness to hear it. Spirit, can you please bring the collective a few more cards? Oh, those ones. They didn't even want to go. They just stuck in my hands. Just stick to your guns. You're doing the right thing. And keep yourself out of the fray. Is what I keep getting told. Keep yourself out of the fray. Don't get pulled into the drama. Don't get sucked into it. You know you're in the right. You know setting your boundaries is exactly what you needed to do, and you've done nothing wrong in being able to set those boundaries. And in not giving in to this garbage. So just keep yourself out of the garbage. Don't get sucked into their drama. Don't get sucked into some kind of right fighting. Don't get sucked into any kind of competition or whatever garbage they got going on. Just keep living your life. Keep your boundaries in place. You're doing the right thing. This does set the groundwork for positive relationships in your life. And you're a guiding star for someone. And even if this person doesn't see it, other folks in your life will. And maybe that's even just talking about, you know, your friends, your partner, even your kids, setting a good example for the next generation so that this kind of garbage doesn't get repeated. I tell you, you got some fun dealing with someone here. Collective, absolutely. But Spirit's on your side here. Spirit says you're doing the right thing and looking after your own interests. You're not being mean. Don't get sucked into the crap. Don't feel sorry for this person. I think they feel sorry for themselves enough for everybody. And their path is their own. All the things that happen to them in their life and that are happening because of their behavior is the universe trying to make them grow up and deal with their crap. They're the only ones who can choose it, though. They are. So what you got to do is just look after yourself in this situation. Don't let them be an energy drain. Keep your boundaries up. Keep that line in the sand. You're doing the right thing. Alrighty, guys. I hope you have a great day. Take care.